as we are concluding our studies in the Gospel of John. We've been doing this for a while here on the broadcast. This is chapter 16. And it's interesting, when you get to chapter 16, we find the story laid out for us. These three women go into the sepulcher at the rising of the sun. They meet the gentleman in the white raiment. He says to them, he's not here. Don't be afraid. Go tell the disciples and Peter. But what's interesting about it to me is that when you come to verse number 9, it's kind of like the narrative starts all over again. And here, Mark says, "Now when Jesus was risen early the first day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene." And my heart just kind of has this warm feeling when I read this, because I've read about Mary Magdalene, and I've read just a little bit about her life in the aspect that we know that when she came to Jesus, she had 7 devils in her. Now, I've never met anybody that I know of that had 7 devils in them. But I'm telling you what, if you've got 7 devils in you, you're a mess. And you're not only a mess from your appearance, you're a mess on the inside too. And I believe that when she came to that great meeting that was taking place, multitudes of people, and she found her way through that crowd to where she could have an audience with Jesus Christ. And he cast them devils out of her. And she was immediately changed and transformed, as you could only imagine that she would be. When all of a sudden you've been delivered from 7 devils, your whole life is different. But my question is, what did she do? What kind of a life was she living that you end up with 7 devils inhabiting your being? I mean, this is just mind-boggling. What did she do? And then, what did she look like when she came to Jesus? But a miracle took place. She was totally transformed. And she dedicated the rest of her life to ministering to Jesus and the disciples. She was among those faithful women who followed the camp and went where they went. And they did the necessary things that it would take to keep a company of people moving. I mean, we know this. If you've ever been to a Billy Graham crusade and walked around behind the building and see the trucks, even when Brother Gaither came to the All Nations Church here in Tallahassee just a few weeks ago, 2 semis. I mean, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to put together a huge crusade like that. Mary Magdalene was one of those who helped to make it happen. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.